Hello, hello, hello. I forgot to announce this in the Facebook group, so I don't know if we're going to get that many people on today, but hi guys. Hi Jamila, hi Patricia, hi Susan. Lovely to see your smiling face. Hi Hannah, good to see you. Megan's here. Antonella, that's the name I haven't seen here before. Hello Antonella, very pretty name. Hi Camille, it's good to see you guys. Oh, wow. It really is good to see you guys. So you're probably like thinking, what's she been on? What's she been drinking? No, I've not been drinking anything. I've had a really extraordinary day today, which is, it's been a sort of climax to a year's worth of pain and suffering, basically, more than a year's worth of pain and suffering. For those of you who don't know, I love to be real on this and love to share my life with you guys. I've had a court case going on for over a year now, where I actually had 2 6-month prison sentences against me. I'm innocent, by the way. It was a fabricated load of nonsense that someone thought they would be able to extort me for money, and got away with it the first 2 times, but the appeal system here allowed me to go in for a third try, and I spent shitloads of money on a very strong lawyer who was able to go and get all the evidence that I needed to prove my innocence, shall we say. So my 6-month prison sentences were dropped and I'm free today. So here's to freedom, hooray, and justice. Yeah, so extraordinary life as always, but yeah, so it's been a real triumph today, and I'm so happy that that's finally over and done with. And because really, to be honest guys, I've got so many things planned. I want to run a group mentorship program before the end of the year, and a couple of other things, and I was holding off because I literally did not know whether I'd be in prison or not. So I'm out, I'm free. It was all concluded today, and yay for me. So that was a good opening, wasn't it? How stressful, but great news. Thank you so much. So what I want to talk to you guys about today was actually a film I watched yesterday, a movie. Megan says drink a glass of wine. Antonella says she can't hear anything. Is that only her? Try turning the volume up. I think it's only her. Can you guys hear me? I think so. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into this and say I watched a movie yesterday. It was a real like weepy movie, actually, touching movie, but it was about it was called Mum's List. Okay, so it's an English movie, and it was about a woman who it was a true story about a woman who got cancer, and she had 2 little boys and husband, and she lived in England. I would say a fairly average life in England. And when she knew she was getting cancer, and she knew it was terminal, and she knew that it was coming to the end of her life. Hi Tina, welcome. She decided to write a list of items or things for her 2 sons, and her husband, about everything that she hoped for them after she was gone. And it was kind of like a bucket list of things for them to do, that she wanted them to do. And it was also lessons of how to live your life and pieces of advice and things like that. Anyway, it was a really, really touching movie. And I thought to myself, gosh, that's a really interesting thing that she did. Like, she knew her time was ending, so she decided to write out this list of things to leave a sort of legacy before she died. So I took that to heart, actually, and I decided that I was going to sit down and I was going to start writing out some things that I would potentially want to share with my kids and also you guys before I potentially went to prison or kicked the bucket or whatever. So I did it. And I wrote them all out, and I could have gone on. I got to 50 and I stopped. And I could have carried on, literally. But I just thought I would make the call about those things. And I had a really interesting conversation yesterday with a woman who was very religious and non-religious. So I also took that as a sign that I should probably share this with you today. So if everyone is settled in, I'm going to share with you my mum's list, although it's not technically a mum's list. It was on there. Hi, Aaliyah. With you, and I hope that you will take something away from this. Out of these 50 points that I put down, I hope you will take something away from this. It's all based on my experiences of life, how I want to approach life, certainly things that I would pass on to the people that I loved, or I would want the people that I love to know. You know, and we've all had life experiences. We've all gone through things which have challenged us and challenged or questioned our faith in life or the universe or God or whatever, and things like that. And I think whether that's, you know, in terms of living your life or in terms of business, everything merges into one and everything rolls over into one, and it's all part of the same thing. So some of these are based on a couple of things from business, but most of them are based on life. And these are things that I just wanted to share with you. So I thought we could make that today's call. So the first thing is, it's really what I learned from business, is to always be impartial. Don't get caught up in people's dramas, and don't allow people to drag you into their dramas emotionally. This first one came from, I remember I had a client once, and it was the first time, I think it was the first time that I was charging up front for something, and I felt like I was really being challenged because I wanted to take the money up front. And then this client was saying, oh, but I have 2 kids and I have, you know, I've got them to feed and my ex and this and the other and da-da. And it was just, this person was dragging me into their drama of why they wouldn't be able to pay me when it was not my problem. And, you know, I'm very sympathetic towards people, but there's no way I'm going to do a bunch of stuff without the guarantee of getting paid at the end of it. So always be impartial with people. Don't get dragged into their dramas. Don't allow them to drag you into their dramas. Compassion is one thing, but actually taking on the burden of somebody else's problems is completely different. Number 2 is always take payment up front in business, even if it's just something. So even if you just take half up front or a deposit or something, always take something up front in business. The third thing was, have a really good reason why you need to succeed. If you do not have a really good reason why you need to succeed, there is nothing that's going to keep you up late at night. There's nothing that's going to keep you driving forward when you're tired, when you're ready to give up, when things are looking bleak, when things go wrong. You know, it's those moments that you need to have a desperately good reason as to why you need to keep pushing forward. So have a good reason why you need to succeed. Point number 4 is, don't make a plan B. The day I stopped making a plan B was really the day that I knew that there was no other option than to succeed. So don't have your plan B anymore. Go for plan A, make plan A, stick to plan A, keep moving forward with plan A until it comes into fruition. Point number 5 was visualize and ask the universe or God, whatever you prefer to choose to call, for what you want and need daily. This has come up many times in my life, when you get to the point where you're on the precipice and you're feeling like God has abandoned you, or the universe has abandoned you, and everything's going wrong, and there are challenges you face, or why is this happening to me? Why did she say that? Why did he do that? You know, why is this problem? come about, and you feel pretty much abandoned by the universe or whatever it is that's supposed to be supporting you. But I have a strong belief that it wasn't the universe that abandoned you, it was you that abandoned the universe. You stopped having faith, you stopped believing, you started thinking negatively, you started putting more weight on your fears than you did on your positive mindset. So therefore, I think it's very important that you visualize and really communicate with the universe or God or whatever your higher being or your higher power is that you see, to ask for what you want, and really put effort into achieving what you want through the power of communication of something greater than yourself. Number 6, happiness is the ultimate success. Don't chase money, chase happiness. I for years was chasing money because I thought that was the right thing to do. And when I made a lot of money through chasing money, I was absolutely not happy because I was burnt out. I was suffering in so many ways. As soon as I started chasing happiness, the money followed, and it all came at a much easier pace. And it was much easier on me as an individual to be able to do that. So for sure, if you want to go for money, go for money. We all need money. It makes life comfortable, but don't chase the money, chase the happiness, and the money will come. Number 7 is make the most of every moment, even if you are doing something as simple as watching TV on the sofa, and savor the gratitude for that moment. So a lot of people talk about this, like make the most of every moment. You never know when life is going to end. You know, my dad died when I was 34. My nan died suddenly. It's one of those things. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So when I say make the most of every moment, I don't mean to say that you have to be skydiving on Tuesday and visit the zoo on Wednesday and, Thursday you've got to be doing something else. No, I'm like taking pleasure and take gratitude in the simplest of things, like the cat on the sofa or in the background. There's another one there as well, sitting there. Whatever it is you need to take gratitude in, just do it. My computer right now, I have a lot of gratitude for because I'm able to communicate on it from you. And so many times we forget the simple things, just laying on the sofa, feeling comfortable, watching a movie. All of these things are things that you need to appreciate in life and take gratitude in. So make the most of every moment. 8, stop comparing yourself to others as if they are better than you. Because there is nobody better than you, and you are no better than anybody else. And I truly believe this. We are all simply different. We all simply have our differences. But I cannot say that I'm better than you, and you cannot say that you're better than me. So stop comparing. Stop looking at the women in the magazines and saying, I wish I had her ass, or I wish I had her breasts, or I wish I had her hair, or I wish I had her skin. No. You got to stop that. Stop comparing yourself. And by the way, when we look at the media and we look at people on the TV and in the magazines, most of them are photoshopped anyway. They don't actually look like that. So we're comparing ourselves to something that isn't even real. Number 9, be kind to animals wherever possible. I believe animals have a consciousness, have feelings. We may not be able to communicate them with them verbally, but they feel things. I was reading an article the other day about cats and how cats are drawn to you, and they can take out negative energy in your homes and they absorb it themselves and things like that. And I think to myself, on the one hand, got some crazy person's come up with that, and on the other hand, it could be true. So always be kind to animals. And I'm not saying you've got to, hey, I squash mosquitoes if I see them because I don't like being stung by mosquitoes, so there are limits to my kindness when it comes to animals, but generally on the whole, try to be kind to them. Number 10, be kind to humans. I think that goes without saying, but we are so unkind to each other in so many ways than we are kind to each other. I think there is more unkindness in the world than there is in kindness. So be kind to all your fellow humans. Point number 11. Everyone who hurts you by words or actions is broken. If you have somebody in your life who feels the need to hurt you through what they do or what they say to you, understand and don't take it personally that that person is very broken to want to do that to you, or to feel the need to do that to you, or to consciously or unconsciously do that to you. They have something broken inside them. We should have compassion for them. Number 12, shit happens and learn to flush. So, of course, you know, everybody has their challenges, everybody has their problems. And at the end of the day, shit does happen. Flush the toilet. 13, always have at least one big out of your comfort zone thing that you want to do, and do it. And if you do it, think of another one. So I want you to always have something on your bucket list or your to-do list or your vision board. Mind you, in 2020, I don't think any of this shit was on anybody's vision board, to be honest, but everyone needs to have something that they want to do that's big and out of their comfort zone. So always have at least one big thing that you're aiming for, that you want to achieve. Number 14, write down a list of everything that is bothering you and deal with it and cross it off as much as possible from the list. And I don't care what it is. The tap's leaking in the bathroom. I never call my mum enough and she complains about it. This is that and the thing is wrong. Whatever you want to do, whatever's bugging you. The door doesn't lock properly. I need to get that changed. I need to get a throw from my sofa. There's a stain on my shirt. I need to take it to the dry cleaners. Whatever it is that's bothering you and niggling at you, it will never go away unless you do something about it. So make a big list of every tiny little stupid thing that's bothering you and just say, I'm going to deal with it. And try to deal with some little things daily, some bigger things once a week, whatever, once a month, whatever it is. Cross those things off that list, and I swear you'll start to feel better about life. Number 15, surrender to the universe before you crack up. I'm a huge type A personality control freak. I think that everything is down to me. I have to plan everything. I have to control everything. I have to do everything. It's my responsibility. I can't ask anyone for help. It took me a long time to shift out of that mindset. So when I say surrender to the universe before you crack up, you have to understand that there's going to come a point where you say to yourself, actually, maybe I can't do this on my own. So, universe, I need some help here. Help me. Just surrender it up to the universe and go about your day and don't worry about it anymore. Number 16, make time for yourself. Siri says she's not sure she understands. I'm going to take my watch off. Nobody understands me right now. that was a true story, by the way. Number 16, make time for yourself. Really important. I don't care what it is, 15 minutes a day, meditating, an hour a day, going for a walk, doing something. Just make some time for yourself every day. Super important. Number 17, make time for your family, the people you care about, the people that are close to you. I don't care how busy you are. It doesn't hurt to just call your mum sometimes, or call your brother, or message your sister, or ask how your aunt's doing, or your grandma, or something like that. It can completely change someone's life just by checking in with them and making time for them, even when it's just a small thing for you. Tina says, I'm going to be logging off and getting onto my phone because I'm on the way to an appointment. Okie dokie, Tina, take care. Number 18. Again, a little bit of follow on. Send random messages of kindness to people you care about. So occasionally, maybe once a day, just pick someone in your phone and just say, hi, how you doing? Just wanted to check in on you. Haven't heard from you for a while. Hope you're okay. Number 19, give whenever you can, even if it's a smile to someone who looks down. So give. Give as much as you can. And I don't necessarily mean money, for sure. Charities need money. Give a smile, give a wave, give some help with someone's bags, whatever you can do it, and give as much as you can. Number 20, cry when you need to. It doesn't make you weak. I had huge, terrible issues with crying for a long time. And I got to say, in the last year or so, I've done probably about, I've made up for all my crying for the last 39 years, I think. And I've realized it's actually a good thing. It's a really good release. It's a really good tension release, and it does not make you weak to cry. I always thought crying was a weakness, but it does not make you weak. It makes you human. Number 21, never hurt your own feelings. Treat yourself as you would someone you loved. So all that negative self-talk, you know, getting up in the mirror in the morning, oh my God, you look like shit. Looking at your wardrobe, oh my God, you can't find anything to wear, you just look so fat and everything. Getting out down the stairs, oh no, I can't eat that. No, it's like, don't hurt your own feelings. Starting your business, oh, I'm not good enough for that today, I'll start again tomorrow. My boss hates me, he's probably got a good right to, you know. And it's like, come on, like, how badly do we talk to ourselves most of the time? And even if we say we don't, we probably do. So don't hurt your own feelings. Don't treat yourself like a bad friend. Be a good friend to yourself. 22. See yourself the way you hope others will see you. So if you say to yourself, I want to be a beautiful person inside and out, then you have to see yourself as a beautiful person inside and out. No one else can validate that for you. And even if they tell you 42 times a day, you're a beautiful person, you'll go, oh no, oh, shut up. You know, I'm not. No. You know, it's like, no. You have to see yourself the way you hope others will see you. So make sure you do that. It's kind of an extension of being kind to yourself. 23, be where you are right now in your life, in the moment, honestly and consciously. If you're unhappy with your life, don't sugarcoat it. Say, yeah, I'm happy with my life. I've got problems in my relationship. I've got problems with my friendships. I've got problems with my job. Just be honest with yourself about your life. Be conscious about where you are, and know that you can do something about it if you just learn to be honest about it. Hi, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Thank you so much. Okay, your cat just died that morning. Yeah, I'm great. You know, it's like, no, you got be honest. Actually, I'm not doing that great. My cat just died this morning. I'm feeling really sad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you want to go and get a coffee? Yeah, I'd love to talk about it. You know, it's like, there's so much more things that can open up to you just from a shitload of honesty. 24, tell the truth. Even if it hurts people. And that's a really hard one. But also tell the truth with yourself. Be really, really honest with yourself. That's even harder, I think. Number 25, don't be angry. Don't work on your anger. Give up your anger and tell yourself you never have a right to be mad. We're always saying we have a right to be mad. Someone did this to us. I have a right to be mad. Someone did this to us. I have a right to be angry. By saying you have a right to be angry, you have a right to be upset, you have a right to be mad, all you're saying is, if I have a right to make myself sick. That's what you're saying, because that's what anger does to you. It makes you sick. It makes you hurt. It brings you down. It's just generally not healthy. So never say to yourself you have a right to be angry, because you don't. Because then that's like saying I have a right to hurt myself. 26. The only thing that brings you down is your own mind. Your reaction to things that upset you are what does it to you. So The things going on around you are not what brings you down. It's how you react to those things that brings you down. It's your individual, personal reactions to those things. Like the court case, for example, this woman, she's crazy. Like, she's a crazy woman who was just out to get what she could. You know, do I hate her? No. How am I reacting to this? For sure it brought me down. For sure it worried me and everything, but I don't have any animosity towards her. There's something going on with her that I'm not aware of. But I know that whenever I'm sad because I've told myself I should be sad, or I've told myself I am sad because of this reason. So the only thing that brings you down is your own mind and your own reactions to things that occur to you in your life. 27. The worst person you can ever let down is yourself. Never let yourself down. If you let yourself down, then the whole thing falls apart. 28. Other people can't make you happy in the long term, and you can't make them happy either. If you need someone to give happiness to you, it can just as easily be taken away. It's always potentially temporary when you look for happiness through someone else. My husband doesn't treat me right. My husband doesn't make me happy. My mom doesn't make me happy. This person said this, I'm not happy about it. No. You can't find happiness outside yourself, because if you do find it, it can easily be taken away again. So always search for happiness within yourself and be happy and content within yourself, because then you can never take that away from yourself. It's always there. Number 28. Oh no, number 29. Your lows turn out to be more interesting than your highs, because you are seeing not what you are, but what you aren't. So the reason why we focus so much more on negative things, not just about ourselves, but our life, is because our lows and our negativity becomes more interesting to us than our highs. It's much more interesting to us to focus on our lack and the things that we aren't than it is for us to focus on the things that we are. So that's why a lot of us are upset most of the time, or not feeling fulfilled, or not feeling happy, or feeling miserable, or not good enough, because we're not focusing on the things that we are. So 30. Don't be more interested in what's lacking than what you have. So we tell ourselves all the time, do you know what? I'd just be happier if I had a bigger house, or if I had a better car, or if I had this, or if I was able to just take a few more holidays a year, if I was able to do. We're focusing so much on what we don't have and what we want more of. But be more interested in what you're not lacking in and what you have than what you don't have. 31, don't live your life based on what other people want and expect of you. Which is what most of us do. We're all striving to be somebody. The somebody that our parents wanted us to be, or the somebody that our husband or our wife wants us to be, or the somebody that we think we should be for our children. Or, you know, we're constantly striving to be somebody. But that somebody is often not who we really want to be, or it's not true to us. So don't live your life based on what other people want and expect of you. 32, believe in good. I think this is a really strong one. I believe in good. I believe in good in every situation. I believe in good in people. I believe that there are good and bad people, but I believe in good more. Believe in yourself. How are you going to get through this life if you don't believe in yourself? Believe in your ability to navigate your way through. Believe in your ability to deal with challenges, to face problems. How are you going to get through life if you do not believe in yourself? Believe you're also supported by the universe. You're not alone. You may feel alone many times. I felt alone many times myself. But the truth is, we're not alone. We are supported by God, by the universe, whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to give it, by a higher being. There's more to us than our bodies. 35, treat everyone as if they are God in drag. This came up with me a little while ago. It's basically saying, treat everyone with kindness, with respect, with love, with charity, until they turn around and prove you wrong otherwise. Okay? We have to see everyone and the good in everyone if possible, and approach everybody that way, approach life that way. "36. We don't judge trees, and we don't judge flowers or clouds in the sky. We don't walk through the forest and say, oh gosh, do you know that redwood tree is so ugly in compared to that other one we just passed down there? Or, you know, that hibiscus flower in red is just ugly in comparison to the white one. Or, you know, we never look at nature and judge nature as one's ugly, one's bad, one's good. So why do we do it to each other? Why do we do it with people? So try to hold back your judgment of people. You never know what's going on in their lives. 37. Love and sex are different, and don't mistake them as the same thing. I'll just leave that one. 38. Don't hate those who have hurt you. Instead, believe in karma. So don't hate the people that have hurt you. Don't seek revenge or try to get back at them or wish them ill or wish something bad will happen to them. Just believe in karma. Just believe that if something is due to them, if they need a lesson, then the universe will provide that lesson to them. You don't have to take matters into your own hands. 39. Superstition is driven by fear, and fear is not real. So walk under ladders, and if you break a mirror, just move on and buy a new one. We have so many superstitions. We can't do this. We can't go here. We can't say this. This is going to happen if we do that. My mum used to tell me when I was a kid, don't open an umbrella inside a house. Don't walk under a ladder. It was a whole host of like crazy, stupid things. Don't cross a black cat's path. Don't do this, that, and the other. Don't break a mirror. You'll get 7 years bad luck. It is all fear-driven, and fear is not real. So if you are a superstitious person, got to let go of that now. 40. Only 10 more left to go. Don't worry, I'm boring. When you're feeling down or hurt, acknowledge it and turn your thoughts to something beautiful. Worry will not resolve it. So I think it's really important. I hate these people who say, oh, we've got to constantly think positive. It's impossible to do that. Come on, you know, it's like, for sure, we have to have a positive mindset, but we can't constantly think that everything is beautiful and wonderful in our lives. But we can say, yeah, I'm feeling down. I'm feeling hurt right now. I definitely acknowledge that. But you know what? I'm going to turn my thoughts to something else. I'm going to turn my thoughts to something more beautiful than that. Because worry will not resolve anything. Worry does not provide solutions. Worry does not help any situation. Maybe you feel less guilty about something if you worry more about it. But worrying more about it does not change anything, only makes things worse. Jamila says, not boring, definitely all productive. That's good. Number 41. Make a list of everything good that you want from life and ask the universe to help bring it to you. And I'm deadly serious. Deadly serious. You've got to list out everything that you want. I don't care how far-fetched it is. I don't care how insignificant it is. Whatever it is that you want out of your life, you must write it down, and you must get it out on paper, and you must put something at the top of it or the end of it that says, please, universe, this is what I want out of my life. Help me get it. It sounds stupid to some people. To others, it might make a lot of sense. But what have you got to lose by doing it? It's a really good exercise. A few years back, I did this and I wrote down a list. It was also a list of things that were bothering me. It was sort of a combination of things. It was like half of the things were things that were bothering me. Half of the things were things that I wanted because they basically, it would improve my life. And it was more than 100 items on that list. And I wrote it all down once and I forgot about it. And about 3 years later, I found that list. And it's a true story. And I got this list out. I was like, oh my God, there's that list. It's been like 3 years. And it was when we were between moves. I remember moving into this house and, you know, like I wrote the list out when I moved into the house. And as we were moving out, I also found the list again. And I was able to cross off every single item on that list, 100 items. And I wrote it out once and I put it in a drawer and I never looked at it again. 3 years later, every single item was done. And it was just as I was moving out as well. So it would not hurt you to do the same. 42, being in the moment is accepting fully what's happening in that moment and not feeling that you need to fight it. So a lot of people, spiritual people, will tell you, be in the moment, live in the present moment. Everything's going to be great. Everything's, you know, like fine. But a lot of us feel like we need to fight the present moment. You know, if we're truly going to be present, we have to accept everything around us that is also present in that moment. The good, the bad, the ugly. And just like kind of go through a state of acceptance. Say to yourself, is there anything that I can do about this right now? Yes, go and do it. Go and do something about it. No? Okay. Eat an ice cream. Have some chocolate. Go to a spa. Do whatever. But just don't dwell in it. You know, just be present in the moment and know that if you can't do anything about it, then go and do something fun. 43. Your body and your feelings, first and foremost, react to your thoughts. So remember that thoughts manifest either physically, externally, whatever it is, materially. Thoughts will manifest. So be very, very careful about your thoughts. I always remember when I used to be talking to people about their negativity and things like that, and we were doing coaching or mentorship or something like that, and I just remember saying to people, you know, the easiest way I can explain it is just imagine that every thought that you have is placed in an order with the universe. Okay, so every thought that you have about yourself, about the people around you, about your work, about your job, about your health, about your relationships, every thought that you have is placing an order. The thought that you have is saying, I want this to be true. So if you sit there saying, oh, my husband's a bastard and he doesn't care about me, that's an order. In your mind, you're stating what you see as true or what you see as a fact. But what you're doing is reinstating the order. You're placing another order. So if you change your thought process and you change your thought patterns, then you could place a new order. And sure, delivery times are open. Sometimes it's express delivery, sometimes it's standard. But either way, it will arrive at some point, provided you're consistent with your thoughts. 44, listen to yourself, especially during arguments or debates. Listen to yourself. Has anyone ever said that? Like when you're really upset and you're shouting at someone, or, you know, you're rage text messaging and just messaging and then, you know, listen to yourself. Who are you? What are you saying right now? Is it rational? Have you thought about this? sometimes we say things in the heat of the moment. We hurt people. Sometimes we hurt ourselves. Sometimes we say stupid shit. But really listen to yourself. Ask yourself constantly, do I have a damn good reason to be the way I am at the moment? Am I giving out kindness, warmth, love, respect? Or am I focusing more inwardly on myself? Are what I'm saying about other people reflections of how I feel about myself? That's a huge one. So listen to yourself. And ask yourself, do I like myself? Do I like who I am now? If I was on the receiving end of who I am now, would I feel happy and comfortable with that? 45. Unconditional love is not having any expectations or conditions and just loving someone. It's not like, I love you, but I don't feel like you do enough for me. I don't feel like you are enough for me. You don't tell me this. You don't say this. You don't, you don't call me enough. You don't write me enough. I love you, but I don't want you to do that. I love you, but I feel uncomfortable when you say that. I love you, but, it's like, no. Unconditional love, if you want it, then that's like saying, I want you to love me without any conditions placed on that. Love me for who I am. And you have to make sure you're doing the same with other people. Love people for who they are. Don't have expectations of change. Don't have conditions of change. 46. Don't complain. You can ask for what you feel or know is right to change the story of what's going on, but don't complain. It's a hard one because we're in a really complaint-oriented environment. This, I didn't get this, it wasn't as expected, I'm going to complain about it. I'm going to complain to the hotel people, maybe I'll get some money off my hotel room. I'm going to complain to this, I'm going to complain to the car rental people, maybe they'll give me a discount next time or something like that. Complaining is ugly. Complaining is a very ugly thing. I don't want you to be ugly. You're not ugly, you're beautiful. So don't do things that make you ugly. Complaining is ugly. You can always go and explain the situation. Know that you're right. Know that there needs to be some change that needs to happen here. We need to improve this. There's got to be some differences. I don't feel happy with what's going on right now. But the nasty complaining is not nice. 47. Have compassion for the stages that other people are in their lives. If someone deals with you badly in the coffee shop, you didn't get a smile with your coffee this morning, oh my God, that person is so rude. Like, no, like you don't know what's going on in their life right now. You don't know what stage they're at, what's going on there. So have compassion for people, whether they're grumpy, whether they're happy, whether they're sad, whether they're ignoring you. 48, very, very important one. Trust your gut. Your gut never lies to you. Never, ever. It's 100% foolproof. So whatever your gut instinct is about a job, about a client, about a relationship, about something that you want to do, about stepping onto that plane, about whatever it is, trust it. Trust your gut. 49. You only fail when you quit. You have no right to call yourself a failure until you quit on it. And that's 100% true. Whether you're starting a business, no matter what it is you're doing, you cannot say you failed until you quit. I would sometimes tell myself, oh my God, I'm such a failure. I failed at that. It's because I gave up. It's because I didn't persist. There is one thing I failed at in my life. Believe me, I've had a lot of perceived failures, but there's only really one thing I failed at in my life, because I quit. I totally and utterly said, it's done. I'm done. I'm out. And 50. Last one. We wear a mask for the people we don't want in our lives, so they will accept us. The people we do want in our lives are the people who will accept us without the mask. So what does this mean? Every day we wake up in the morning and we put on our mask for society, for our family, for our friends to accept us. We wear the mask of acceptance. We do the job that fits in. We have the relationship that fits in. We don't step outside of the zone of causing upheaval or making people want to talk about us or something like that. So we wake up in the morning and we put on the mask that everyone accepts. But who are we putting it on for? We're putting it on for the people who don't accept us the way we are, who don't just say, Jane, Camille, Antonella, Aaliyah, Patricia, Hannah, Tiffany, Jamila, Jessica, Susan. You're great the way you are. Don't change. Don't do anything. I love you just as you are. Those are the people we want in our lives, but we don't leave our mask off and just be ourselves and own it and say, this is who I am and I'm going to show up. And if you don't like it, I'll just focus on the people who are accepting me and do like it. Those are the people I want in my life. So, final thought on this whole thing. Don't be somebody you are not. Don't put on this mask for a bunch of people that you don't care about and don't necessarily want in your life because they don't accept you who you are. Whether it's a client telling you that you should do things differently, hey, it's my business, I'll do things how I want. Whether it's your mom saying she's just disappointed in you because you didn't follow a certain career path, or you got pregnant too young, or you married the wrong man. Don't put that mask on for your mom just to be, to make your mom happy or something like that. It's just, don't put your mask on for people. Be free, be open, don't wear your mask, and just invite people in to love and accept you the way you are. And if they don't, then really, truly, they're not adding any value at all to your life whatsoever. Don't need them. So be yourself. And take off your mask. And there we are. That was my mum's list, which wasn't really a mum's list. It was more like, I am a mum. But yeah, I just want to share that with you. From that, I could have gone on. I probably could have done 100 or more. We only have a limited amount of time. I already used the entire hour up for that. Yeah, so I hope that a few of you took some pointers away from that, and they really are based on my experiences and lessons I've learned and how I've navigated through life, and I'm still navigating through life, and they're really, really important. And the most important thing I think that I've learned is that if you want to move forward and you want to be successful in business, in life, the most important thing is to be true to yourself and to follow your own path and trust your gut, and don't deviate from that, even when the entire world and all logical reasoning says you shouldn't be doing it. You absolutely should be doing it if it's what it feels right to you. So thank you, guys. Somebody just sent me a private message saying it's more than my own mum ever said to me in my nearly 49 years. So thank you. I came to tears several times. Oh, you're a sweetheart. I'm really glad that maybe this whole thing happened because you needed to hear that. Yes, so I hope that we took that on board. I will edit these. They're real scribbled out right now. So I will edit these and I'll put them somewhere for you guys to all read. There was 50 of them. I don't know, people were coming in and out during the times. But these are serious life lessons that if we don't learn soon enough, we're going to have a struggle to become really happy and truly fulfilled in life. So hope that helps everyone. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to discuss while I'm still here? We've got 10 minutes left. No. Think's it enough. Jane says she want to say thanks. Thank you. Sorry if I prattled on a little bit.
I have a question.
Okay.
No, it's Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, sorry, I'm riding in the car right now, going
I
to an
know.
appointment.
You're
Yeah.
all suited and booted for COVID, I see.
Yes, that's right. I'm new to all this, but I do have experience, 18 years past experience as an administrative assistant, right? And like, I don't know if you read any of my emails, probably your support team has, but I've been on disability for a long time, you know?
Yes.
And I'm tired of struggling financially, you know? And I just, you know, I've been thinking about this for the past 2 or 3 years, you know? And I do have the background and I'm pretty technical, and I mean, I love to learn new things, you know? I'm just wondering, like, when should I start this? Like, do I need to do some courses first, or
You
should
needed to
I
start yesterday, and you don't.
really?
Yes. There's never, it's like having a baby, you know? It's like we get pregnant and then we say, oh my God, it's like, am I really ready for this? No, you're not, but you're just going to make it work because that baby's coming anyway. So
Okay.
this is what you have to do. You have to treat your business like a baby. And now is the time, and it's happening, and you start and you keep moving forward. And that's the only way it's going to happen. When I started in 2005, there was not a single virtual assistant training course that could have got me started and up and running in no time at all. I literally put the work in and did everything from start to finish. And I saw everything grow and evolve as I grew and evolved. And there's never the right time or the perfect time, in my opinion. There's just now. And if you start now, the sooner you will get to where you want to be. So sure, if in an ideal world, I would say to you, definitely take my freelancer course if you can. That's a given, because that tells you everything you need to get started. But am I saying you can't start if you don't buy it? No, not at all. You'll figure it out.
Okay.
You need to read a lot of blogs, read a lot of articles, find a damn good mentor that can that has a lot of content and information. I've got a free getting client guide on my site if you want to go and get that. You can start.
Oh yeah, I have that. Yeah.
So
I'm on the essential resource you gave me.
yeah.
Access to that also.
Yeah. So
So thank you very much.
you have materials, you have things that you can use to get you started. If you want to expedite the starting and not sort of be flapping around wondering what to do, definitely go along the freelancer route. But if you can't do that right now, don't let that hold you back at all.
It's financially I can't right now, you know, but maybe in very near future, you know, because I'm expecting some money to come in from something. So
I would say use the free resources. What you need to do is get some kind of an online presence set up.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting out of the car.
Okay, Tina, no worries.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go on.
All right, sweetie. So get some kind of online presence set up, whether that's a simple card site, and you can even open one of those for free. And just get your bio up there, get your services up there, what you want to offer, and start using social media and interacting on social media just to kind of get things going, get things started. And use groups. It's a great place. Use the Virtually Anywhere Academy group, the free Facebook group, ask questions. There's so many people out there willing to help and support you. It's untrue. Yes, there is nothing that needs to hold you back.
Okay, so well, now I just forgot what I was going to say. Are you still there?
I am.
Okay, I heard something funny on my phone. I thought I lost you. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You know the car website?
Yeah.
Is that based in the UK or?
No, I think they're American. I think.
American?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it doesn't matter where they're based. But they charge in US dollars, so that would lead me to think that they were in America.
You know what? I mean, the US has so much to offer in courses, whatever it is that I've bought off the internet for years. It's always in US prices, you know, but that's okay. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for a little bit of advice, and we'll keep in touch, I guess. I'm going to try and come to your monthly calls. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, sweetheart. You're welcome, darling. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye. Jamila says she loves technology. So do I. Raising my hand there. Jane said the list was really good and she needed a few points. So that's awesome too. So guys, we're coming to the end, to the top of the hour. Good call. Thank you. And thank you for always, you know, being very open to me sharing things with you. I like to be completely transparent. You probably get a little bit more transparency from me than you probably would like. But that's just who I am. I'm tired. And Danella says, thank you so much. It's very inspiring. Susan says, thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys, have a great month ahead. I absolutely will be seeing you next month because I will not be in jail, which is awesome. I was really wondering. It's like all week this week, people are booking appointments with me the following. I'm like, I don't know if anyone's going to need to cancel these or what. But anyway, I'm here. I'm still alive. I'm still coming to the party. And it was great to see you all here. So don't forget to come same place next week. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. So take care. Love you lots. And thank you to everyone who's thanked me. Big kisses to you guys.